A different simple question. The president also wants to jail Liz Cheney. Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that question.
No, it's not hypothetical. I'm asking you, sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one has
Based on
asked
what you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a hypothetical.
The president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you? Look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today.
Pam Bondi and Kash Patel just exposed Schiff in a way the mainstream media will never show you. For years, Schiff has lied to the American people, weaponized intelligence, and pushed witch hunts to protect his own power. But tonight, the truth comes out. As a proud American patriot, I'm breaking down exactly how Bondi and Patel destroyed Schiff's narrative and why this moment matters for the future of our country. This isn't just about politics. It's about exposing corruption, holding the swamp accountable, and taking our country back.
Me to make a commitment regarding anything without you're a long practicing attorney without looking at a file.
So you would need a factual predicate to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
Not a summary by you sitting here. Yes, sir.
And not a summary by the president either, right?
Absolutely.
So a summary by the president or his desire to investigate Jack Smith would not be enough for you to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
I will look at the facts and evidence in any case.
And sitting here today,
Senator, 72% of Americans
I only have 7
lost
minutes.
faith in the Department of Justice.
Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Sitting here today, yes or no?
Senator, I will look at the facts and the circumstances.
You can't answer that question.
Brought to me.
You're not a part of the department yet. There's no worry about divulging
I'm sitting
law
here as a
enforcement
nominee.
sensitive information. So just tell us,
are you aware?
Just tell us, are you aware of a factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Yes or no?
Senator, what I'm hearing on the news
are
is
you
horrible.
aware of a?
Do I know if he committed a crime? I have not.
You seem reluctant to answer a simple question. Let me ask you a different simple question. The president also wants to jail Liz Cheney. Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that question.
No, it's not hypothetical. I'm asking you, sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one has
Based on
asked
what you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a hypothetical.
The president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called,
also worried about Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
you know what
called
we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
the
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87% higher than the national average.
My question is this.
That's what I want to be focused on, Senator.
Do you have the power to say no to the president?
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
Play
if you can speak truth
with any ongoing
to power.
investigation,
so let me ask you another.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer the question, let me ask you a different, what should be a simple truth, not a hard one. Was there massive fraud affecting the result of the 2020 election, yes or no?
Senator, I'm glad you asked that question.
Because here's what you told Steve Bannon on his podcast. So what we thought would be cool is if we captured that audio and then, of course, had the greatest president, President Donald J. Trump, recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we went to a studio and recorded it. mastered it, digitized it, and put it out as a song now releasing exclusively on the War Room. We. If you had nothing to do with it, Mr. Patel, why did you tell Steve Bannon and all his listeners that you did?
That's why it says we, as you highlighted.
Yeah, and you're part of the we, right? When you say we, that includes you, doesn't it, Mr. Patel?
Not in every instance.
Well, that's new. So when you said we, you didn't really mean you. Is that your testimony?
Not unless you have a new definition for the word we.
Oh, okay. I always thought we included the person who pronounced the word, but maybe not. Well, you also said this, Mr. Patel. We were able to capture the recording thanks to their courageous singing, and we were able to take it to a studio. So let me ask you, Mr. Patel, after saying we took it to a studio, did you take it to a studio?
Me personally, no.
After you said that we digitized and recorded it and all that, did you take it to a studio and digitize and record it?
Me personally, no.
Okay, so you were lying to Steve Bannon and his audience. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was using the proverbial we appropriately, as you've
the
identified.
royal we. Oh, I see. And so you certainly promoted the hell out of it, though, didn't you?
I don't know what that means, but I promoted the heck out of raising money for families in need.
With promotions on social media and saying you were going to get this to #1 on the billboards, right, Mr. Patel?
I think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Isn't that great? People who violently attack police have a #1 song thanks to you, Mr. Patel. That's something to be really proud of. Now, you've claimed, Mr. Patel, you didn't know about any of these people in the choir. Is that right?
I did not know about the violent offenders, and I did not participate in any of the violence in and around January 6th.
Tell me, Mr. Patel, what due diligence did you do to find out who was in the choir before you promoted their beautiful music? These people assaulted law enforcement. What due diligence did you do?
Senator, I didn't record it myself.
So you did no due diligence before you promoted this song by these violent felons. Is that what you're telling us?
Senator, I did not record that myself.
So you're being considered for director of the FBI. And here you did no diligence to find out whether people you were associating with now the President of the United States in song were convicted of attacking police officers. Is that who we want running the FBI? I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it. I've never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked.
What we just saw from Pam Bondi and Kash Patel going after Adam Schiff was not just another television clip. It was a moment that cut through the noise, the spin, and the media's endless cover-ups. This was truth clashing with corruption. And let me tell you, corruption doesn't stand a chance when it's confronted head-on with facts, courage, and the will of the American people behind it. For years now, Adam Schiff has acted like the self-appointed guardian of democracy. He sits there with that smug look, wagging his finger at the rest of us, lecturing the American people as if we're children who don't understand what's happening in our own country. But here's the reality. Schiff has been one of the biggest threats to our democracy because he has no problem bending, twisting, and outright fabricating stories if it means destroying his political opponents. Pam Bondi was sharp, direct, and absolutely fearless. She reminded us of every time Schiff claimed to have evidence of Trump collusion. Remember that? He'd go on CNN, MSNBC, and every other left-wing outlet, staring straight into the camera and declaring that he had proof in his hands. He said it over and over, and the media ate it up. But where was the proof? It didn't exist. Bondi brought that up, not as some cheap political jab, but as a documented history of lies. She didn't just tell us Schiff is dishonest. She laid out the receipts so that anyone watching could see it for themselves. And then Kash Patel took the stage. Now, if you know Patel, You know he doesn't play games. He was inside the system. He understands the intelligence world better than Schiff ever could, and he exposed the way Schiff weaponized intelligence against his own people. Patel pointed out exactly how Schiff has taken classified information, cherry-picked what he wanted, and leaked it to the press in order to create false narratives. Think about that for a second. The man who claims to be protecting our democracy is using our intelligence apparatus like a personal political weapon. That's not oversight. That's betrayal. Here's what makes this so powerful. Bondi and Patel didn't just say Schiff is wrong. They showed the American people that Schiff is dangerous. Dangerous because he manipulates truth. Dangerous because he undermines trust in the very institutions that are supposed to keep us safe. Dangerous because he believes he can lie over and over again without consequences. Now, let's get real here. Schiff has built his entire political brand on one thing: hatred of Donald Trump. That's it. He doesn't have solutions for America. He doesn't have policies that make your life better, safer, or more prosperous. What he has is obsession. And with that obsession, he turned Congress into a stage for his own vendetta. How many hearings did he drag us through? How many taxpayer dollars were wasted chasing ghosts, while real problems in this country, our border, our economy, our national security, were ignored? Schiff doesn't care about the people. Schiff cares about Schiff. Bondi and Patel exposed this, and as a patriot watching this play out, I felt something I haven't felt in a long time. Relief. Relief that someone with influence is finally saying what we've all known for years. Relief that the truth isn't being whispered in back rooms anymore. It's being shouted in broad daylight. And yes, the mainstream media will do everything in its power to spin this. They'll clip a sentence, twist a word, and try to paint Schiff as the victim. But no amount of spin can erase what millions of Americans are seeing with their own eyes. This is where I give you my take. Schiff is the swamp. He's the perfect example of what happens when politicians stay in power for too long. They forget who they work for. They forget the Constitution. They forget truth. Instead, they create their own reality, and they demand that we accept it. But I'll tell you what, I'm not accepting it. And judging by the reaction to this exchange, neither are you. The American people are done being lied to. We're done being manipulated. And we're done letting career politicians like Adam Schiff run this country into the ground while enriching themselves and protecting their cronies.